Well, those are small matters. When it comes to control, such as how the final cut will look, what sort of music will be there, the casting of people who may not be known or may not be under contract. These are the matters of control which were very, very difficult when I began. But each time you happen to be lucky enough to have a successful movie, by successful I mean that makes money, they let you do more, they give you more control. They don't like you any better. They dislike you, as a matter of fact, because you're not one of them. But in the end, they give you control or more control each time that you make a picture that makes money. And when you're unlucky enough to make a picture that does not make money, they remove some of the controls. So it's not so easy to get the final cut. They don't trust your judgment anymore about casting. You're the same person as you were 6 months ago or a year ago, but no, the last picture didn't do too well. So it has to do with money and finances. And it still does today. And if you're over 35 today, they don't want you to direct a movie at all. Because if you're over 35, maybe you don't know what the young people want to see. And they make up, in America, they make up most of the people who go to a movie. So there are always these battles of controls. Now, there are different kinds of people running studios today. Those people, when I first came into the business, they were people who built the studios. So they controlled them. People coming in now, many of them are ex-agents. Some of them are business managers. Some of them are attorneys, lawyers. And some are gas station attendants. I don't know where the hell they come from. But you have to learn a whole new language. And you have to learn how they think, or pretend to think. And they have a new hierarchy now, which are the marketing people who have all sorts of machines that tell you what people want to see. If that were only true, they would never have a failure. But they say so. So you have a new priesthood. They are the new group of the clergy who say, we will tell you what the picture ought to be like. Mostly what they are telling you is what the picture ought to be like the one that just made money before. So you have, instead of one spaceship story, you have 8. The machines didn't tell them that E.T. was going to be a successful movie. Every studio in town had it. Even, I think, Universal had it before they decided to try it again. Rambo was turned down by every studio, except the one that made it. So the machines don't always work. After all, there are people coming in to see the movie, not other machines. But as long as you know the rules, it doesn't really matter. You just go about and do your job, sometimes with fewer controls, sometimes with more. It doesn't mean that I'm always right either, or the director's always right, or the writer. We also make mistakes. But after all, in every other art form in the world, whether you're a painter, or whether you're a writer, or a sculptor, or a great violinist, or a pianist, you are permitted to make a mistake and to learn something from it. Not in movies. In movies, if you make a mistake, all of the old automobiles where they crush them, put them together and throw them away. That's too bad, because the only thing that is always okay is mediocrity. That's always just fine. Everything is just okay. Never great, never very bad. It's okay. And mediocrity is all right as long as it makes a lot of money. That's also part of the game. And that's all I have to say on the subject. Unless you have some other questions to ask.